This is predicated on you coming back next year, but with all these players coming back, I think there's 60-some freshmen, sophomores on the roster. What would competing well Monday mean? We hear about the springboard kind of analogy to next season. What would that mean going into next year?
Ultimately, this program is on the verge of something great. We've been doing some really good things here, but we're so close to being the team that we want to be. But ultimately, all of the coaches, all of the players come here for one reason, and that's to win the championships. If you're not winning championships, you're not doing your job. So, I mean, we want a national championship. So, I mean, I think it's in sight. I think it's possible, but we just got to continue to work and take it from there. But this is a big game for us. I mean, in a lot of different ways. But I mean, ultimately, we just want to win championships. So, you know, if everything goes accordingly, I mean, we'll have an opportunity to play for that one of these years, and hopefully it's sooner rather than later.
Over here, Phil.
Yeah. Chad, Sammy said at practice yesterday that he's going to be Sammy Monday night, and we're going to see a lot more of him, I guess, in a variety of ways. What can you share with us about what you have in mind for him?
Well, I think he's ready for that. You know, I think we all know, looking at Sammy and the course of the way the year has went with him, with the suspension early on, coming back for a game, getting sick, having to miss a game. It really was a hard time for him getting in the flow of the season. So we expect Sammy to be Sammy. Sammy needs to play well, and as they all do. We're going to turn him loose.
Just to follow up on that, Chad, you went out to Oklahoma State, I guess, to look at what Justin Black and how he was utilized. Were you able to implement that? Were you able to implement this year with Watkins and the suspension and illness and all that?
Well, I think you see what Nuke has done this year, and the success that Nuke has had, really picking up when Sammy was out for the 3 or 4 games that he was out this year. So yes, I think we were able to utilize some of it, but it was kind of hard to get into a flow as you know, trying to evolve into what we really wanted to get into, because you know, with the suspension and then he misses a couple more games being sick, it was really difficult. And then you got into the meat of your schedule, and you had to do what you were doing and making sure you were getting good at something with it. So, but yeah, we have, and we've had an opportunity to do some things during the 15 bowl practices as well. So we're excited about.
All right. Anything for the defensive side? These guys, you guys are still with us down there, right?
Yep, we're here.
Anybody? All right, right here in the middle.
Coach, what went into deciding those scout team guys for the backs? What was the process?
Well, you do that every week. You know what are the best things that we can do to give ourselves a chance to win, whether that's some of the X's and the O's, structurally what you're doing, positioning your own players, putting them in the least amount of stressful situations as you can, trying to help, maybe some of where our weaknesses are, trying to cover those up or protect ourselves. And certainly the scout team's always, if you're playing a mobile quarterback, you'd love to have Chad Kelly all week. He's given us some great looks with some of that. So same thing. Again, this is easily the most physical team that we've seen up to this point. I think that goes without saying. It's not earth-shattering news. That's what they're known for. They're a terrific football team. Again, a player or two away from playing for the national championship. They're not Johnny-come-lately. They're an established football program, and obviously, having 3 weeks to get ready for somebody, our responsibility as coaches is find the best ways to get our guys used to the quote-unquote game speed and the physicality. And those guys, some bigger backs. Again, we're getting using the Trey Thomas back there. And our guys want it. On defense, they want that. They want to know what it's going to be like on game day. So it's not exactly like game day, but it's the closest thing based on what we got.
All right, last question right here.
For Coach Venables, in your short time with him, how pleased are you with the development of Tig Willard, and is this game the kind of game that fits his style, his personality?
He's come a long way. I've loved his growth in the development. It's been very apparent. Sometimes that's hard to see as a coach. You get into the season and you're getting to the next game and the next personnel group and, you know, third downs and everything else, there's not enough fingers and toes to plug up all the leaks. But that he's been one a guy that, amongst others, that's been, you know, you've seen a steady growth, a steady improvement, very similar to, I'll brag on Xavier. Once we were able to settle him into one position and really allow him to use his skill set, find out again, and I said this before the season, that I don't know what my guys can do yet. You can just watch all the spring, do all the spring football and fall camp you want until you get to games, and now we'll see, you know, what you can't do, what you have problems with scheme-wise, technique-wise, so forth and so on. And, you know, same thing for Xavier's with Tig. You know, seeing great growth mentally, certainly fundamentally, technically, understands the system more now than ever, in his where his help is. So he's playing at an aggressive place, making the plays he's supposed to make, not trying to do things that he's not supposed to do, and that allows him really again to utilize his athletic ability. He's had a very strong season. I've been really pleased with him.
All right, that'll do it. Thank you very much, gentlemen.